Picture that you have just found out that there is a god-awful disease, a terminal epidemic spreading, and it's starting with the people that you love the most. Starting right in your home with the people that you love the most, and it is spreading out across the globe, killing everyone in sight that does not receive the remedy of a particular medicine. One single, only medicine. And you find out that that medicine can only be found in the deepest, darkest sections of the Amazon rainforest. And word is given that you are going to be called to go into the rainforest. And you're going to be the one who doesn't necessarily feel fully equipped, but the assignment falls on you, and you say, I'll take that assignment because the people I love the most are dying. And I've seen and I believe that without this medicine, they will die, and they will die without question. So you say, I'll go. Send me. I'll go. So you find yourself airdropped in what they have often referred to our church as. When we started as a church plant, we were called a parachute drop plant as our family was brought here to Kent Island. So you're being parachute dropped in to the Amazon rainforest to go find the medicine. Now, you know as well as I do, you're not going to find a pharmacy in the Amazon. So what do you need to look for? Well, you're given this description, and it's a particular plant, and it's a particular rare species of animal, and you need the combination of the two. And only if you get that exact, not a similar plant, not a similar animal, but you get that exact, and you bring it back, then that medicine can be created that will save those that you love and the rest around the world. And this falls on you. Now, let me ask you a question. How important is it that the recipe or the blueprint that you've been given to go into the rainforest with is accurate? How important is that? Well, I just told you that if you come out with the wrong plant and or animal, they're all dying. How important is it that you get exactly the right inscription for the description of the prescription? How important is that? Let me ask you this. How important is the reliability of the people that tell you? Have you ever thought about yourself in that position? Because I want to talk to you this morning about just how important it is that we get the gospel correct. Because there are people that are dying all around us, eternal. And there is only one solution. His name is Jesus. And it is his gospel. And if you and I come out of a church, this one included, and we bring out to the dead and dying world a remedy that does not redeem, game over, eternal. How important is it that you and I know the truth, the exact truth, the exclusive truth, and how important is your reliability, your spiritual integrity when you go forward and you share? Now, I'll tell you that you and I are not going to ever be able to save a soul. That is the work of the Holy Spirit. But I will tell you this, that if your walk and your talk do not come together in a way that seems congruent to the community, they will not listen. They will simply write you off. This morning, we're going to look at what I consider to be the three pillars of the global gospel on behalf of every missionary that has ever lived or will ever live. And here's what it is. Here's this morning's big idea. The takeaway is that you and I need to understand that the gospel is global, and you need to know the truth, you need to tell the truth, and you need to both live and love the truth. This is the call on every believer's life. And friends, so much will be addressed if we would simply know, tell, and love this truth of the gospel. Statistics as of this March, depending on who you ask, there are between 11 and 16,000 people groups in the world. That's distinct individual people with their own characteristics and traits that make them distinctive. The number varies because it depends on how specific you want to get before you merge people together. 11 to 16,000 are out there. Don't debate the number. It's not that important. The next number is the bigger one. There are over 6,900 people groups in the world that are designated as, quote, unreached people. To be an unreached people means that you have less than 2% evangelical Christian witness. That means not those that claim Christ, but those that are going to tell the story of the gospel in needing to be born again in order to be saved. 6,900 plus people groups around the world that have less than a 2% presence of evangelical gospel-sharing Christians. Of that 6,900 plus, there are over 3,000 people groups that are not only unreached, they are unengaged. That means that there is nobody known to be trying to begin a Christian movement amongst that people. Brothers and sisters, if Jesus came for the world and we are called to be his, we are called to go to the world. Friends, we need to know the truth that says that the gospel is global. Acts 1:8 says start locally, go regionally, and don't stop till you are committed in part to being his solution to reach the full context of the globe. Now that may not mean that you've got to go live in a mud hut in Africa, but you should be engaged with the people. Every single one of us. This is a 100% participation proclamation. If you're not one that is called to go, then you're a part of those that send. If you say, I don't have enough to help in the sending, then you're called to pray. Every single one of us are on the team and should be heart connected and committed to the global extension of the gospel.